My name is Edgar, and I want you to think about the time that someone has hurt you. How do you react when someone purposely hurts you? Or maybe it's an accident. You've been there, I have, and some people like to confront, to fight. Some people run away. And today, when we read in Psalm chapter 11, David is going through an experience where he's kind of in trouble. Someone is trying to hurt him. Let's read in Psalm chapter 11. In the Lord I take refuge. How can you say to my soul, flee like a bird to your mountain? For behold, the wicked bend the bow. They have fitted their arrow to the string, to shoot in the dark at the upright in heart. In the text, David is reflecting on the fact that there are people that have tried to hurt him. People have tried to go after him, to hurt him, to slow him down, to attack him. And David is bringing into our minds the counsel that people receive when they encounter enemies or trouble. The counsel is run. Have you ever been in a situation where you just feel like the only way out of it is to get out of it, to leave? Well, here David is like, how, when I'm being attacked, why am I going to run to the mountains? For some of us, we will like to fight back when we're being attacked. And for others, we may flee. But here, the text is making us think, how do we react? Let's read to see how his mind develops. In verse 4, this is what the text says. The Lord is in his temple. The Lord's throne is in heaven. His eyes see, his eyelids test the children of man. The Lord tests the righteous, but his soul hates the wicked and the one who loves violence. In the mind of David, he says that he finds refuge in God. Some of us find safety in the things that are around us. Maybe it's your finances. Maybe it's your relationships. What gives you some sense of security? Dare we challenge ourselves to think that as Christians, if we put our trust in things, there is possibility of those things failing us. But how about when we put our trust in the Lord, in God? David knows that. He says here that the Lord is in his temple. This is a sign of power, that God can see everything, that the person who has hurt you, that isn't something that the Lord is not able to see. Typically, people do get away with things. But do people get away with things from God? No, the text here says that the Lord sees everything and he can see even further into our hearts. So if someone has hurt you, know that pain that you've experienced, that pain hasn't been lost. The Lord hasn't not seen it. He will protect you. That's where he says, and that's where the psalmist says in verse 5 that the Lord hates wicked. The Lord here is a protector. How many parents are okay with their children being abused? None. And neither is God. The psalm ends with this. Verse 7. For the Lord is righteous. He loves righteous deeds. The upright shall behold his face. For us, we have the promise that when we go to God, when we encounter problems, we can have total trust that God is still in control. That, yes, it may seem that the person got away with something, you being hurt. But the Lord is in control. May that give us peace and assurance. I pray that you're blessed by knowing that your ultimate trust is in the Lord, and in the hands of God, we can truly have peace.
Thanks for joining us today. We hope what you heard and what you saw was a blessing to you. For our challenge, I encourage you to think of 5 things that you're grateful for. And I encourage you, if you can, throughout this time to keep a thankful journal, writing each day the 5 things that you're thankful and grateful for. After you've written them down, whether on a journal, on your phone, maybe in a piece of paper somewhere, on a notebook, I encourage you to share those 5 things with someone, whether it be your spouse, your family, your kids, your neighbor, your coworker, on your social media post, and say, hey, these are the 5 things I'm grateful for today. And after you do that, I want you to pray about those 5 things, and throughout the day, thank God for those 5 things. At the same time, we're also doing a challenge of being complaint-free for the next 30 days. If you have a wristband as the ones that we've provided for complaint-free, or maybe just a watch that you wear, and if at any point throughout the day you think of a negative thought or you have a complaint and are ungrateful, what you need to do is switch that band or that watch from one hand to the other. So let's say I have a negative thought. I'm switching the band on my right hand to my left hand. And so now every time I look down and I feel something's missing, I realize that, hey, it's on my other hand because I had a negative thought. Hopefully together, in these 30 days, we can learn to train our minds to not think negatively and to be grateful for all that God has done together.